Welcome to the Roadrunner 89 Investment Network, where we talk about interracial love and marriage. Hope you enjoy Swirl to Investment.
Girl, I like a little vanilla in my life, and I might one day be a white dude's wife. That's alright. Yeah, I got a type, so people don't like it, but the swirl is the hype. When I see a cute guy, I always gotta think, is he down with the brown? If he is, we about to link. And I ain't talking about the TikTok boys looking for clout, cause we can see right through the facade. Gross me out. I wonder, will he ever like me back? Imagine liking white boys when you're black, especially when you're from the south. The guys that like me are yeehaws with tobacco in their mouth. My celebrity crush, my little cinnamon bun. Ooh, that boy's the one, and I'm still not done. I never met him, he never met me. If he ain't down with the brown, what he about to be? But I digress. Y'all never mind the rest. I just like what I like, speaking from the chest. But hit me up if you're looking for a black girl, cause you know that this girl is down with the swirl. I'm just saying. Girl, I like a little vanilla in my life, and I might one day be a white dude's wife. That's alright. Yeah, I got a type, so people don't like it, but the swirl is the hype.
All right, how's everybody doing? Okay, I just wanted to come up here tonight, and yes, I'm dressed in my cowboy hat and want to give it like a New Mexico Western vibe. But tonight, I want to talk about black women and white men coming together. Okay, I need to I need to fix that. I put black women coming together. Okay. Okay, all fixed. All right. All right. What I want to talk about is black women, white men coming together. Okay. Our time is now. And from what I've seen from the data and growing up in my time, being married over 29 years, um, I've experienced an awesome life with my black wife. When everybody told me it wouldn't work because we have too many cultural differences, we're too different. Okay. Um, and people buy into that. And a lot of people end up breaking up in relationships, cutting the other person off because they've been told it don't work. We're too different. We can't get along. Our family won't like it. Society won't like it. And it's the total opposite. When black women, white men come together, they're actually finding that they're the strongest marriage amongst anybody. Okay. And they've done many studies on this. And we're finding out that's the best option, you know. But I'm wearing this outfit today. This was like my Father's Day gift. My wife got me this hat. And, I got some boots. This is what it looks like. Nice. I can only wear one because of this freaking my fractured foot, but that's okay. I'm healing nicely and everything. And, I want to show you guys some videos here. I want to show you these TikToks, and I want you to tell me what you think, okay? And these are black women talking, okay? And I'll tell you what I see in this, and why this is so beautiful and valuable, and why Black women are the prize amongst women. They're the best option. Okay, they are, and I don't have no hate for no women, you know, but they're the best option. Okay, hands down. When you do stats don't lie. Numbers do not lie. Okay, and everybody has their own opinion. Everybody's got their preference, and that's great and wonderful. We're all allowed to have that. But Black women are the best option. But let me show you this. I'm going to show you this first TikTok. Okay. And I came across it, and it was on this woman's page. Here, let me add it.
And just come with less bullshit.
Okay, Sheila True Love. Okay. Check out her channel. Seems pretty awesome. But I got this TikTok here, and I want you guys to tell me, what do you think about this? Okay.
White men just come with less bullshit when it comes to dating right now. And all the pick-me's that want to stand up for the black man, this is not me dissing the black man. This is me about to give you some fucking facts. Okay?
Okay, she's going to get you some effing facts. Okay?
I am a femininity dating coach. I get on these dating apps on a regular, and I coach these women, right? This is a prime example of what's going on right now. This young lady, she is on Bumble. She is mirroring, which means she can see my screen, I can see her screen, I can see the whole conversation. She is talking to 2 black guys and 1 white guy, because whether you believe it or not, black men, you are our first preference. We do want to be with y'all, but y'all just be on some...
Okay, what do you think? Ladies, are black men your first preference? That's what she says. For many black women, most black women, black men are their preference. That is true. But I like how the lady on the left is shaking her head. No. But reality, black women, most black women will marry black men. Okay, for now. Okay, we're working on changing that, but for now, that is the truth.
That's some bullshit. So the first black man, 47 years old, wants to talk about social media dating culture. She says, I'm not interested in talking about that. Tell me something about you, right? And he's like, okay, so what you want to know? She said, what's your favorite cuisine? He said, I really don't care, right? And she said, okay, well, what's the last place that you went out to eat? What do you like to do? And he was like, it really don't matter to me. Not having no type of dialogue, not asking her ish, right? I said, fuck him. Move on to the next person. Second black guy, right? She said, oh, you're not too far from me. We've been talking for 24 hours. I can't wait to physically meet you in person. Do you ever plan on coming to town? He said, oh, I'll let you know. Okay, you're not really making me feel too special.
Exactly. Okay, what did she say? So I think this is actually true, ladies and gentlemen. You tell me what you think, okay? I think a lot of black men take black women for granted, thinking they already got them, and that's pretty disrespectful, when she's saying we live close to each other. Yeah, well, whatever. Like, I don't know. I mean, wouldn't you be at least entertained? Even if you're not interested, just be polite. Oh, yeah, we could get together. It just sounds like, black women are being taken for granted here.
The third guy was a white guy named Ross. Ross has not only been talking to her consistently, they have finally decided to exchange like text now numbers. This man has booked a restaurant reservation at a very nice, I wrote down, 4.5 star wine lounge. Okay. They serve wine.
Yes. That's what a Brad does. He's strategic. He already planned it out. He sees a vision. He's going in. He's making plans. Okay? That's how we are. And when we date black women, we got to be strategic like that. Okay? We can't take black women for granted because, number one, we're not their first choice. We're not the preference. So we got to work hard. We got to prove ourselves, right? And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. You should always prove yourself. You should always feel like you don't have a chance, but have the courage to strive to get that opportunity. And yes, okay, I was like that when I was dating. I was strategic. I had it planned out, mapped out. I would come out with, how I can make a good impression, where I could take her and where I could do all this and that. Because I knew if I didn't make a good impression, I would lose that opportunity. And we have a smaller window as white men that are seeking to date black women. We do. Okay. And that's why I always tell white men, if you're going to date black women, go for it. Take your shot. Let her know your intentions, but be respectful. Okay. Show love and respect, but don't keep her guessing. Okay. And if she has an ounce of interest in you, it would behoove you to let her know. Okay. There's ways to let her know without coming on too strong or saying the wrong thing, but you got to do it. Okay. When we're in competition, we got to bring our A game. Okay. There are a lot of black women that will date white men. Yes. But you want a black woman that's professional, that's got it together. You got to come with your A game. You got to dress nice. You got to conduct yourself in a classy way. Okay. But anyway, let's continue.
They say they serve drinks and food and stuff. It's so nice. White man, 47 years old, same age as the first one. He has already in less than 24 hours moved forward with a date. Talk to her consistently. Ask questions back. He asked her about her favorite food before she asked him. He asked her about can you show up for me? She can see me right now. Okay. He asked her where was she raised. He asked her about her family, and he started mentioning stuff off her profile.
Okay, good point. And this is what you should do, guys. If you're going to date a black woman, get to know her. Make it about her. It's about her. It's not about you. You don't need to impress her. What kind of job you got, how much money you make. Don't even bring up that. It's all about her. Get to know her. Ask her, what her interests are, where she grew up. Okay? And you can talk about yourself if she asks you some questions, but make it about her. Because when you do, you make her feel special. You let it know you're interested in her. She don't want a guy that has a big ego and is going to brag to her. No. Make it about her. She's going to find out what you do, your success and all that, but let her find out. Let her find out instead of telling her. Okay. So a lot of times us as men will tell her, okay, well, I do this job, and to kind of impress her, like, yeah, I'm successful. I got a good career. You don't want to throw that out there. Now, if she asks you what you do, tell her. Okay. But don't try to be braggadocious about it. Make it about her. Okay. She's the prize. You are not. Okay. And when you get that in your head that she's the prize, guess what? You'll go a lot further. It's about her. Okay. I have been rich blood. Okay. It's the cowboy hat. Yeah. You like that? I got 3 cowboy hats, and I'm going to ask you guys which one looks the best. But anyway, we'll get to that. Let's finish this video here.
Like, he was inquisitive.
Exactly.
Y'all ask us why we switching races so much, but it's just like the proof is in the daggone pudding. This one white man has done more than these 2 black men combined. So this is not me. I don't want y'all to think I hate black men or anything like that, but it's just like, y'all make it freaking difficult. Y'all say, oh, we're difficult. No, y'all are the difficult ones. Right. Y'all really are. Nobody's about to kiss your ass. Why kiss your ass when she can go out with Ross?
Hello.
When she's literally about to pick out a nice dress, about to go to a nice restaurant, have a good time with a guy named Ross who is 47 years old and a doctor. At least that's what his profile says. You never really know.
Yes.
But I don't know. I have no freaking clue what to say at this point. Like, I'm just disappointed in y'all.
Are you?
Okay. What do you think? Okay. Do black men make it this hard? Do they take you for granted like this? Listening to this lady talk, it just seems like that's the case. Like you're being taken for granted. And I think us as white men, Becky a lot of times takes us for granted. They're used to having us do the work and make things happen. And I think black men get that way to where they just think they automatically have access to black women because they're a black man, and it's just supposed to be that way. And, listening to her talk about the 2 black men she was going date, how they took it for granted and just nonchalant, like, oh well, yeah, it is what it is. Um, and then the white guy already had the restaurant mapped out, already had the plans. Um, and you should be that way. You got to be proactive when dating. Where are you going to take her? What are you going? You know what I mean? You got to make that good impression. That first impression is everlasting. If you make the wrong impression, you might lose your opportunity. Because truth be told, when it comes to black women, white men, you're not the preference to black women. You're just not. Okay. I wish we were, but we are not. And that's the truth. Okay. Now, once they get to know us and we get in a relationship, we get married, our marriages last longer. Okay. So we must be doing something right when we get married. Black women must be doing something right also. Okay. We are the power couple. Okay. And don't let it get you down because you're not the preference. That's okay. Be strategic. You can work your way in. And there are a lot of black women that open up your options and they're good with it. Some black women only date white men. Okay. They're out there. Okay. I was amazed when I was dating to see black women that just wanted to be with white men. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. This is great. But it's not the majority. Okay. So keep that in mind. You got to put on your A game. You got to, make things happen. You ain't got time to, sit around and give her the eye and hope she notices you. Unless maybe you work together, you could take it a little slow. But anyway, yeah. But like I said, with black women, and I believe this to be true, and a lot of black women have told me this, they want white men to make their move. Okay. But when I say that, when they say that, that means you do it with love and respect. Okay. Okay. You can't approach like a black man can. It just is what it is. All right. But be strategic and show you're the best option. Black women are starting to open up their eyes and they're starting to see other groups of men that love them, that will be there for them, that will, put in the work and put them first. Treat them like the queen that they are, right? Don't go around calling her a queen. Treat her like one. Okay. Let the beta king call around, hey, queen, hey, queen. No, just treat her like one. Right? You keep calling her queen, she might think you're weird or something. And sometimes black women get irritated. I've heard black women say that we don't want to be called queen all the time. Okay. But she does want to be treated like one. So do so. Okay. All right. Let me bring this off. All right. Now I got this other video. Okay. And this is from, the OWN network. This is a woman explaining her experience in dating a white man. She opened up her options. She's a beautiful lady, and just look how she talks about it, and just see her vibe here.
Made me feel like, oh my gosh, I'm in love, was that he never once mentioned, you have the coolest hair, or can I touch it? Or nothing about me being black, nothing about me being Jamaican, nothing about me being any different. So I liked that the things he liked about me were my personality traits. That's what I thought is what I wanted.
Okay, what do you think about that? Okay. And maybe this is some good advice. She talks with a smile. It wasn't about her hair or can I touch it? And, it was about her personality. And she's smiling. She's happy because she felt like he was into her. And maybe sometimes when you're pursuing a black woman, don't make it obvious she's a black woman. She knows she is, and she is. Maybe just treat her like a lady. Just come with love and respect. Okay. Listen to black women talk. If you're interested in dating, listen to what they say. Listen to what they like. Okay. It's not about her hair. It's not about her skin tone. It's not about her being a black woman. You're attracted to her. You love being with her. You guys have a good time together. Okay. You know, I don't know that just by listening to that, if I was going to approach a black woman, I'd say, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't talk about her hair so much or her skin tone and all that. Maybe I should just, come with love and respect and get to know her. What is she about? Where's she from? You know, I'm just saying, life is a learning experience, right? Okay. Now I'm going to show you this TikTok, and this is beautiful. This young black woman describes dating a white man. Okay. And I've shown this before in the past a while back, but I just love this video here. It's real short, but to the point.
Had that issue with Caucasian men. I haven't.
Okay. White men treat me better. Okay. That's what she's going to talk about. Listen to what she says.
I haven't had that issue with Caucasian men. Sex was never brought up. They just wanted to just love on me. And I mean, to the point where like, I dated this one guy and he would pick my food up from the table and carry it to my car. He would hold the door for me. When I got in the car, he would close the door. He would get on his side, like.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, that's about it of this video. But listen to what she said, okay? It wasn't about sex, okay? Now, if you really care about her, why would you try to push sex? That is something that comes later in the relationship, okay? And she just loves that he wanted to be with her, you know? I know when I was back in the day when I was dating my wife, we didn't jump in bed after a couple dates. It took a while. Okay, and that's okay because you want the relationship, you want the prize, okay? The physical part will come. Okay, and if you do it right when it comes, it'll be better than ever. I promise you. For you and for who you're with. Okay? And I think a lot of black women want a guy that just don't come in hard wanting the physical right away. Okay? She wants to know that you're for real. Okay? And women have to women have to be careful of this because there are men that are predators that are going to try to get with this young lady because she's attractive and try to have a physical relationship right off the bat and take advantage of her. Okay? But if you really care for her, she's into you, that stuff comes in time. Okay? And just the fact he's picking up her food for her, he's showing a little love, respect, a little chivalry, that goes a long way. Believe it or not, women in today's world love that, of all races. They want to be treated like that. Okay? And I think it goes a long way with black women because black women have been taken for granted for so long. They got to fight for the black man, march for the black man, love the black man, put the black man first, all this and that. And a lot of black women are tired. They want a man to put them first. Show her some love. Open the car door for her. Get to know her. And you might find a wife forever. Okay? And just look how she talks, all soft and just sweet, and really appreciates that. Like, I mean, wow. And she's probably had men push up on her, try to get her in bed because she's attractive and, but she deserves better than this. Women deserve better. Black women, you deserve better than what you get. Okay? But she says white men treat her better. And I believe generally white men do treat black women better than black men. I know people are going to get mad at me for this, but I believe it to be true. And in fact, from what I've seen, it is true. And maybe because we appreciate each other, maybe we're tired of being taken for granted, and we can get in a relationship where we can do it the right way. You know? I mean, a guy that pushes up on her and she don't want to get physical in the beginning of the relationship, you might have missed out on a woman that will be a good wife to you, a good mother to your children, that will love you with all her heart. But you got to be impatient and push up on her. I'm just saying. Now, I don't know this woman's life story or nothing like that, but just what she said, that brings value. That he's loving on her without having to get in the sexual relationship. That goes a long way. It does. And if she's a traditional woman, you're not going to get nowhere. The sexual thing will come in marriage. It's not going to come with a few dates. And sad to say, in our society, people think if you're dating, you got to be jumping in bed together right away. No. You can date and have a good relationship without going to bed with each other. And you can save that for marriage. You know what I mean? I know that's a old-fashioned thing, and, it's not a hip thing, but it's the best thing. Okay? Just saying. Okay. So what did you guys think about these black women and their opinions, what they're saying? Okay? The first one, the lady was talking about how black men are taking, that the friend she's talking to for granted, but the white guy had it planned out, the place to go, the 5-star restaurant, what they're going to do. He wanted to know about her. He was invested in her. The black dudes weren't. It's like, hey, I got you. Whatever. I'll see you when I'm ready for you type attitude. But the white guys, yeah, I got it planned. And us as white men, look, if you want to interracially date a black woman, you better do it right. You better be on your A game. Okay? You want a quality black woman, you got to prove yourself. Serious. Okay, now I'm going to talk about black love. Okay? And this news report, Nightline report, talks about ladies with black love. Okay? And their quest for black love. Okay? Now, love is love. You find a good man, ladies of any color, embrace that. Guys, same thing. Okay? The skin tone don't create the character. It's what's in the heart. It's the integrity. It's the individual. Okay? But let me show this, and I'll stop it here and there, and tell me what you think. Okay? Give a shout out to Nightline putting this together, and I've done this a while back, but I want to revisit this. Okay? And think about it. Ladies, is black love worth it? Is that a thing? Or should you open up your options? Or the best man wins, right? Okay. Let's
Really easy for anyone. Tonight, you're about to meet 5 young black women who are looking for love. What's keeping them from finding their Prince Charming? Here's ABC's Lindsay Davis.
This one is really nice. Yeah.
Really? Monet Bell has gone to great lengths to find love and marriage.
Do you, Monet Bell, take Von Copeland to be your husband?
First on the FYI show, Married at First Sight.
I do.
Yes.
Where complete strangers are matched by experts.
Okay. I totally disagree with this. The love at first sight, where you're going to agree to get married without knowing each other. I don't think that's really wise. But people do it. I mean, maybe they can find love this way. I don't know. I think you got to get to know the person. But anyway.
and agree to get married without laying eyes on their future spouse until the moment they walk down the aisle.
You're harping on something insignificant right now.
To me, it's
But for Monet, happily ever after was short-lived.
if we're gonna call each other names, that's real productive.
That's not a name. That's like a legitimate characteristic.
How did that work out?
I'm divorced. It didn't work out. And he's getting ready to go.
Monet and her husband Vaughn Copeland called it quits after just 5 weeks.
Here, you got my keys?
That's keys.
You have almost 5,000
Looks.
Since then, Monet has tried and failed at finding Mr. Right.
I feel like I deserve.
All right, let me stop there. This is a very beautiful woman, okay? She's not an average woman. She's beautiful, okay? Tons of men would, be willing to date her. I don't think she'd have a problem at dating at all, okay? Black, white, whatever the race. She's very beautiful. She seems really classy, okay? I mean, and what's the problem? Why can't she find a husband? You think looking that beautiful, it should be a piece of cake, right? Well, she found one. She found a husband on that TV show, the reality show, but it didn't work. But anyway, let's continue.
Something better than what I've been getting from the men I'm dating.
It's an issue that Black women in particular have a lot to say about.
It is very hard for Black women to find love. In fact, just about every Black woman you ask that question will say that it's almost impossible.
According to the census, Black women are far less likely than their white counterparts to get married.
People don't want to admit what the reality is. Professional Black women are not making it up.
At 34, Monet is still on a quest for true love, this time on another reality show, #BlackLove.
I started seeing a new guy.
#BlackLove is self-help meets Sex in the City.
Damn, I need to get on Tinder.
An inside look at the dating and drama of 5 single Black women living in New York City, all attempting to discover what's keeping them from finding love.
And what I really want is a gentleman.
Okay, what's keeping these women from getting married? Finding love. I didn't find one of them that wasn't attractive. These look like high quality women. I bet they're all highly educated too. Okay. And why is it a problem? Okay. Black women are far less likely to get married. Okay. They said 60% of Black women, 90% white women. I think those stats are skewed because overall, 27% of Black women get married. That's like 1 out of every 4. Okay. So Black love is not thriving right now. It's not leading the way. It's not. And I'm not trying to be mean. Okay. But something is wrong. When you see attractive women like this, professional Black women that are deliberately all in for Black love, but cannot find it. Is it the women that's the problem? Or is it the men? Is it the culture? Okay. My advice to this young lady is don't go looking for love in a reality show. Don't do that. It's not going, I don't think it's going produce anything worth anything. It's not going to give you that good husband. And now it can, anything's possible, but highly unlikely. I'm just saying. Maybe these women need to open up their options. Okay. Look for other groups of men, other ethnicities. Give other men a chance. Look, if I was a single man, I'd love to date any of these women, right? I mean, to get to know them, but so it's not an attraction issue. Just hearing her talk, is it even a personality thing? I don't know. She seems sweet, but Anyway, let's continue.
Relationship experts and therapists coach them along the way.
As a woman of color, sometimes we hear that Black women are too strong in a relationship.
I guess my question is, why do you have to go through training in order to date and get married?
Well, I'm still single. So if I'm still single, I need to look at myself and say, Monet, like, what are you doing wrong? Are you projecting something out that you don't really want to project? Or what is it about me that's either turning men off or not getting men, or not meeting a man who's in a space where he wants to commit?
Okay, let me stop right there. Okay. All right. Listen to what she said. Maybe it's her. Okay, she's thinking, okay, maybe it's me that's the problem. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with looking within. We all should do that, right? Sometimes it is our fault. But this is a trap that a lot of Black women fall into. And I'm going to explain from what I've seen, just looking at social media, I've seen Black women blamed for everything under the sun. From the out of wedlock birth rate to the community to not understanding men. It seems like Black women take a lot of the blame. Okay. And it would be easier for her to fall in the trap because she's trying to look inside. What's going on? Why am I not having a relationship? Why can't I get married? Maybe it's me. And a lot of beta kings will use that and say, yeah, well, you need to do better. Okay. To keep the Black man's image uplifted, right? At the expense of Black women. So be careful. Okay, it could be the woman's fault. I'm not saying women can't be at fault. Black women can't be. But I believe mostly Black women are doing what they need to do. Black women are going above and beyond. Don't kid yourself. Okay, that's why when other races of men marry Black women, we do a much better. Okay, because we see the blessing that a Black woman brings. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. But maybe if Black love isn't working, maybe you ought to look for the open option love. Okay. Maybe a white man, maybe an Asian, maybe a Hispanic dude. You might be treated better. I'm just saying. Okay. When you put yourself in a box, your options are limited. Okay.
You don't really want to project, or what is it about me that's either turning men off or not getting men, or not meeting a man who's in a space where he wants to commit?
The show's title was born out of the overwhelming social media use of that hashtag during the first season of Married at First Sight, as viewers rooted for the ultimate.
There he is, a young Al Roker. Don't he look like Al Roker? I'm just saying.
Doomed marriage of the two Black participants.
A lot of the Black Twitter or the African American community would hashtag Black love in support of us. They wanted us to make it.
We all are hungering to see a healthy Black relationship on television, and there are more and more.
You need to focus.
Relationships like the one portrayed on the ABC show Blackish.
Maybe you're right, babe. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you.
Okay. All right. Maybe it looks good in Hollywood. Maybe they could show a Black love situation. Oh, isn't that beautiful? They're understanding each other. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, Black love, but is this reality? Okay. We can make a TV show however we want the outcome to be. All right. And I'm not saying there's not Black love. There are Black people that love each other, that do good. Yes. But it seems that society is trying to project Black love like it's some fairy tale love that's going to happen to Black women. You just got to wait for your king to come along and sweep you off your feet. Okay. But in reality, it's not happening. There are Black women up in age, 50s, 60s, 70s, that have never been married. Okay. Because they decided to invest in Black love, and Black love didn't come around. I'm just saying, okay? A 27% marriage rate is unacceptable. And black women, you are the least likely to get married. And I believe because you are the most race loyal, you're limiting your chances. Okay. And the men in your community don't have to really compete for you. If he's got a job and just barely making it, that could be a prize. Okay. Instead of getting that CEO or that guy that's doing very well. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Let's continue.
I love you too.
They're funny, they're down to earth, they're struggling to raise their kids.
Obama's the first black president?
You're doing a bang-up job over here.
You can see a little bit of yourself in that if you are married, and you can see a little bit of your hopeful future if you're not.
Whether black women really do have a harder time finding love is a provocative subject, and one Nightline has debated before.
I would be lying if I said that I don't have fleeting thoughts of, okay, I'm 32, my clock is ticking.
In 2009, Chateau Waters was a 32-year-old high school counselor. She seemed to have it all: brains, beauty, stable career, and she was also single.
Okay. Guys, I just want to say, what the hell is going on? WTF, okay? Why are black women that are successful, beautiful, got everything going for them, having trouble finding a husband? What is that? I don't understand it. These don't look like just plain Jane women. These are beautiful women. They're successful women, highly educated, got it together, and yet they're struggling. Maybe they need to leave black love alone, open up their options, and look elsewhere. Because look, to improve black love, you got to make black love compete with everything. You got to make men compete for black women. You want the black man to do better? He has to compete. If he don't, he's going to lose, and you're going to lose with him. And I'm not digging at black men. I'm just saying it should not. Black women should not be taken for granted. Okay. They're the best option, the most beautiful, most successful, but yet most spiritual, most in tune with God, but yet they're struggling to find a husband. What are these dudes out there just want to date and not get married? Well, if that's the case, open up your options. There's over 2 million more black women than black men. Put that in the numbers, okay? And black men are the least likely to get married. Throw that in there. And there are so many black women going out saying it's black men or nothing, throwing your loyalty out in the open. So now black men don't feel they have to compete for you. They can go get with Becky, Mei-Ling, and Maria, have a good old time, and then come back to you later on in life when they're hitting the wall. Say, oh, okay, I'm ready to settle down. And then they'll try to get some young 20-year-old that's a third of his age. He won't even be looking for you then.
A lot of our white friends are married by 25, like happily married. Kids by 27, and we're like, what is the deal with the BGs? You know, and it's the black girls.
Since then, Chateau has gotten married and has 2 kids.
A lot of my black professional educated friends say that it's so hard to find love because the pool of black men is so small.
75% of black women will eventually get married.
Okay, hey, Indiana mom, I can look into Love Island. I'm not familiar with it. Black women are always choosing last. Well, that just shows they're stupid men. I'm just as a placeholder until a preference shows up. Okay. Well, if they're choosing the black woman last, they're stupid because the black woman is the best option. But okay, I'll look into that show.
And like with any race or gender, finding the right partner can take years.
Do you believe that 75% of black women will eventually get married? I think that's wrong. And if they do, their marriages don't last as long. I mean, that sounds, when I look at the data, it says 27% of black women are married, but maybe they get divorced right away. Maybe the divorce rate's so high because in the black community, the divorce rate is higher than the marriage rate. So maybe there's some flawed stats in that. Anyway, let's continue.
There's a social catastrophe that we're in the midst of with respect to black men. Imprisonment numbers.
Okay, this here, guys, you've seen him. This is Ralph Richard Banks. Okay, he's a Stanford law professor and wrote a book stating his marriage for white people. And he encourages black women to open up their options. Okay, let's continue.
The unemployment numbers, underperformance academically, these are crises.
Stanford professor Ralph Richard Banks found the statistics so troubling, he wrote a book about them called Is Marriage for White People?
Black women have fought the good fight. They have engaged in a noble endeavor of trying to lift black men. That strategy hasn't really worked.
I really enjoyed this one.
Okay, is he right? Black women have worked hard, tirelessly, to lift up black men, but has it worked? No. The marriage rate is still the lowest marriage rate. Black women are the most single mothers. And I blame this on the men, okay? And black women, you fought the good fight. Black women, you have given your heart and soul to the black man. You have coddled him. You have fought for him. You have marched for him. You have loved him. You have sacrificed for him. Okay? That is honorable. That says something about black women's character. Black women have a lot of heart. Black women are fighting that good fight. Black women don't give up. They keep pushing forward. Okay? But like 4 generations of the same old stuff, I think it's time for black women to put black women first. Let the man provide for you, black women. Let the man uplift you. Okay? I know when you get in a marriage or relationship, you put your heart and soul in that relationship. I know you give all the love you have. Look, my wife does it for me all the time. She gives me everything. She loves me with all her heart. She tries to bring out the best in me, and she does. And black women, you got that. It's like in your DNA. That's the beautiful thing about you. Nobody loves like a black woman does. It's the honest to God truth. And black women, you deserve better. You deserve the best. Okay? But unfortunately, the black love loyalty is hurting black women. It just is. Maybe have that option open, and if you end up with a black man, hey, and it works, that's great. But when you set your heart on one group of men, you're stuck with that group. Okay? At this point in time, it's about survival. And when you marry out, you get you get more opportunities, you get a better outcome. You get more financial wealth, more of a healthy relationship, less stress. And I'm not saying you get with a white man, it's going to be, peaches and cream all the way. No, you're going to still have your problems because we're flawed. Okay. But you have more opportunity. And I think white men, we do better with black women because we have to compete. We have to prove ourselves. And all men should have to do that. We have to prove we're not a fetishizer. We have to prove we're not racist. We have to prove that we love you with all our heart. We have to prove that we're, a lot of times, all this stuff. And I'm not, and that's actually good because it makes us better men. If something's wrong, we can self-correct, right? So that's a good thing. That's why we have more success than black men statistically. It's not that we're better. It's that we're held more accountable. So we have to do better. Black women, you do better than any other group of women. You do. Because, well, you have to. You have to make things happen. And then you got the biggest heart and, you know, the best character. The most educated woman on the planet didn't just happen. It took a lot of hard work, a lot of character, a lot of drive. You've accomplished that. Now put yourself first. That's my advice.
The idea of black women giving up on black men only served to make some angry.
There's no other ethnic group anywhere advocates annihilating their own race.
But Bank argues if you look at the numbers, there's simply a shortage of eligible black men.
Black women faced with a shortage of black male peers would do well to expand their options, and in the same way that people of other races have, and to look beyond black men in their search for a partner.
Monet says she's open to dating outside her race.
I just really want love, and I just want to be happy. And if it comes with a black man, I think that would be amazing. But if it came in a different, something other than African American, I'd be okay with that as well.
So the search goes on, both online.
Okay, so now she's at a point where if it's a man of another race, that's fine. I think your heart is still with the black man, okay? And ladies, I would not suggest opening up your options if your heart is still with the black man, because you're not going to love that man with all your heart. Don't do it, okay? You got to clear yourself, okay? You got to give everything to the man you're with. Just like us men, we got to give that woman everything. We can't be stuck on Becky and date Keisha. That don't work. And we can't date because, well, I couldn't. And ladies, don't be going into this. And I hate when black women say, well, I couldn't find a good black man, so I'll date a white man. No, that is wrong. Your heart's not in it. You shouldn't open up your options till you're ready. Till you can love that man you're dating and not think of any other man. Seriously. And white guys too. If you still love Becky and you want to see what Keisha's like, no. Your heart's got to be all with her. And that's why I think my relationships with black women have been successful in the past, and my marriage is successful because when it comes to black women, I'm all in. That's all I wanted to be with. That's where my heart is. I don't give a damn what Becky or Karen are doing. They can kiss my butt. I don't care. And I don't mean that in a bad way. That's just not where my heart is. My heart's not with the Asian woman either. And I don't mean to be mean, but I go where my heart is. I'm just lucky and blessed that the black woman's the best option. I found a great wife. But you can't, if your heart's stuck with a black man, don't open up your options. It's just going to create problems for you and then whoever you're trying to have a relationship with. Okay? I'm just saying, don't get caught up with that. Okay? He don't want to feel like he's your second option. Okay? Ladies, you don't want to be that second option, do you? Well, us men don't want that either. Okay? So make sure if you're going to open up your options, you're all in. You can't swirl to investment and be on the fence. It ain't going to work. Your marriage won't work. You got to be all in. And she has to be all in. It takes more than one good person to hold a marriage. It takes two. It takes two to make a marriage work. It only takes one to destroy it. Okay? But I think she's still stuck with the black man. And I don't open up your options out of desperation. Don't. It never works.
And in person.
I am going out with this guy. We've been hanging out, dating for a couple of months now. Life is good. And I like him. I think he's a good guy. He's grounded, he's a gentleman, and he's handsome. I love these.
In the meantime, she's making plans to freeze her eggs.
The moment
Okay, let's back up here. Okay, let's see the man she's with here. Okay. I'm going to do a little critique. Hold on.
I think that would be amazing. But if it came in a different, something other than African American, I'd be okay with that as well.
So the search goes on, both online and in person.
All right, he's on a date with her. And he's probably a good guy. I don't know. But look how he's dressed. I don't know. I think he should have on different attire. Get rid of the ball cap. Maybe wear a nice polo. I mean, he's not wearing dirty clothes, but it just, I don't know. It just, to me, don't say, hey, I want to give you my best. I want you to see the best of me. If I was going on a date with her, I would dress up. Okay. I would at least have a nice polo and, you know, looking decent. You know, you want to put out a good impression. I just think he's just his normal everyday attire. You know, dress up for the young lady. She's beautiful. You know, create a good impression.
I am going out with this guy. We've been hanging out, dating for a couple of months now. Life is good. And I like him. I think he's a good guy.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how he is, but I would have dressed better. Sorry. He needs to get somebody to get him dressed up. This is a young lady you might have a future with. Make the best impression. You don't have to be in a 3-piece suit to go to the coffee shop, but I would dress up a little bit better.
He's grounded, he's a gentleman, and he's handsome. I love these.
In the meantime, she's making plans to freeze her eggs.
The moment I made that decision was the moment it alleviated so much stress.
And if she doesn't find true love, she's learning to be fine with that, too.
Finally, I'm coming to the place to realize is that I'm okay and that I'm enough. And whomever this man is, if he does.
Okay. My opinion, no woman should ever have to say, I'm okay with that. I'm enough by myself. Unless that's what she wants. Okay? You know, but a lot of black women are following into this. They're falling into this. Where black love didn't work out and their heart's still with the black man. And they kind of go on and accept being single their whole life. They might have children, but they don't have a husband. And I think a lot of black women want that husband. But, you know, being in that segregated mindset with your heart only for black men, I think it limits black women. And she's too attractive and got too much going for her to just have to settle for just dating. Okay, that's sad to hear her say that. Okay. Yeah, she sounds desperate. She does. And that's sad. No woman that looks like that should be desperate. I'm just saying. But she kind of does. And it's heartbreaking. There are men in other racial groups, ethnic groups that would take her up and treat her like a queen. I'm, you know, but Anyway, let's continue.
Doesn't like it, I'm done. Like I'm at a place where I'm tired of it's too much work.
For Nightline, I'm Lindsay Davis in New York.
Okay, shout out to Nightline. Okay. All right, guys, what did you think? I mean, those women in that video, beautiful women, desirable women, successful women, okay? And they're trying to find love. They're trying to find marriage. They're all in for the black love. They love black love, but does black love them? I'm just saying. People say we got to be race loyal because we got to be with people we look alike. No, we don't. Well, you do better with marrying someone of your own race. No, that's BS. White men are the most successful when they marry black women. Not when they marry Becky and Karen, no. White woman, you don't know what you're going to get. I'm being honest. There's a tale of two Beckys. You might find a good Becky that loves you, and you might find one that uses and abuses you. You're not going to find a woman as good as a black woman. You're just not. And people say, well, that's because you say that because you're married to a black woman. Well, yeah, because I made the best choice. I was smart when everybody was dumb. I'm having success when people are failing. And they chose to stay within their race because that's what we're supposed to do. No, we're supposed to be with the best option. Well, what about if white people and black people disappear? Oh, well. Anyway, there's only one race, the human race. We're still going to have dark and light-skinned people, even if we all interracially procreate together. This stuff of worshiping a skin tone is stupid. Thank God I didn't have that mentality. Thank God I went for the best option. Thank God I chose the black woman. God, who knows what my life would be like if I didn't marry my wife, Sandy. Oh my God. It scares me to even think about it. But anyway. But I wanted to cover this. Look, black women, white men, our time is now. We need to give each other a chance. We need to get out of this conditioning crap. Okay? It's a bunch of BS. And go for who loves you, who is the best option. Black women, you're at the top. When it comes to education, you lead the way. When it comes to entrepreneurship, you lead the way. When it comes to love, having the biggest heart, you lead the way. When it comes to spirituality, you lead the way. So why would you settle for one group of men with no options and let them dictate what they want from you instead of you telling them, this is what I want? Tell them you are the prize. No man is a prize. If he thinks he is, you don't want to be with a man that thinks he's the prize. You don't. That's the biggest bunch of crap anyway. The woman is the prize. Biblically, it tells us that. She's worth rubies and precious stones. The Bible says it. God says it. How can a man be a prize when the Bible says the opposite? Now, a man is valuable, yes. A good man brings stability, brings love into the family. He provides and protects. That is very valuable. Don't get me wrong, but he's not the prize. It's the woman. She's the beautiful one. She's the treasure. And that's the way it should be. But, you know, we got betas out there that want to be the beautiful one, that want to be taken care of, that want to get the most out of they can out of a woman. But anyway, my point is, black women, white men, and I'm talking to white men too, open up your options. The black woman is the best option. She just is. Okay? And I know I get hate from people and they'll say, well, my wife's white and she loves me. I believe you, and that's great. That's a blessing. But numbers don't lie. When white men marry out, the most successful group of women is black women. When we marry black women, our marriages last longer. We have more wealth. Our children tend to do better. And why is that? Well, first of all, I think it's because we're the ones that carry our communities. We're the backbone of our communities. We're the ones putting in the work. And we're used to making things happen. We're not waiting for somebody to give us a check and take care of us. We're making it happen. Black women aren't waiting for this. They can't. They're going out getting their degrees. They're moving up in the corporate world, and they're making things happen. And us white men, we see that as a beautiful thing. We see an educated black woman, we're in love. We think it's beautiful. She's got character. She's making things happen. And maybe it's just a different mindset where I've seen black men look at it as like a problem. Like, oh, well, your degree don't mean nothing. What do you mean? It shows she has character. It shows that she can adapt and overcome and be the most educated with the least resources. And we all do best when we marry black women. It's not just white men that are doing the best. It's Asian, Hispanic. Black women, you are the prize. You are the best option. And we get the most blessings out of you than any other group of women. So you need to put yourself first, black women. I'm just saying. But the thing of it is we have an opportunity. Our time is now. Look, my time was back in the day. Okay. I've been married 29 years. But I took that opportunity. You know, I pursued the black woman when at times it seemed like I didn't have a chance. But I knew she was the best option. I knew that was a group of women that wouldn't like me the best. If I wanted to go with women that found me the most attractive, I'd probably go with Asian women, just saying. But that's not the best option. It's the black woman. She'll find me least attractive, but I'll have the best option and a relationship and having a wife. So what I want to do? Boost my ego or go for the best option? I'm just saying. But, and I think my wife got the best. Well, no, she didn't get the best deal. I did. I got a better deal than my wife did in the marriage. I believe that. I'll admit that. I don't deserve my wife. I believe that to be true. But I do love my wife, and I do anything for my wife. We have always been the prize. Yes, you have, ladies. Black men condition black women to believe no one else would want them. And that's a big lie. The only thing holding interracial relationships from happening is black women. It's not the white men. It's not. We'll date you and marry you in a heartbeat. But it's conditioned. And I was conditioned to think black women wouldn't even give me a chance. There was no hope if I wanted to go that route. Found out it's actually different. Now, am I the preference of black women? Of course not. I knew that. But I don't need the preference to be the preference to get the best option. But anyway, I'm going to close this soon. If you guys want to come up, the link's up there. You want to talk about this, but I think, well, I know black women are the best option. And when black women, white men come together, we're finding success. We're finding a blessing. Okay. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. And though it can be a headache to try to get together with each other, but it's well worth it. You know, tapping in to a relationship with a black woman's been a blessing to me my whole life. There's no other woman that's beautiful like a black woman. I'm not just talking the physical. I'm talking the mental, the emotional, the spirituality. I got black women that are friends that are in their 20s to 70s. And these women are beautiful. They got a beautiful spirit. There's something about black women. You know, there's something that's there. And how can I explain it? It's just, they're just got a big heart, and they're just, you know, I don't see that in other women. I never have. I mean, there's good women in all groups that I'm friends with, but something about black women. And if she loves you, you got it made. If you're a man and you're doing what you're supposed to, and you don't have to be the top of the top, you got a black woman that loves you, you got it made. And not only that, she'll bring out the best in you. You know, when I go and buy clothes and stuff, my wife likes to go with me. She likes to see what looks good on me, right? When I get a suit tailored, she'll go in there. And this is funny because I went in and got a suit made, you know, picked out a suit, right? And then I went in to get it tailored, and the guy was looking. My wife walked in there and says, no, let's take a little bit here, a little bit there. And the guy just looked at her like, wow, you know what you're doing. You want a job? And she's like, no, I just want to. And we go to the same place, and I buy a suit. He sees us. Oh, go ahead, go in there. Just mark what you want taken off or whatever. And my wife does it, and you know, it's like she's taking a suit that I bought and making it better. It's like she's taken, you know, and I dress well, but she's taking it and making it better. She wants me to look better, right? She wants me to be better. And this goes not just with clothing, but whenever through our marriage, when I was going for my career, she would just pour into me that made me better. And I always thought I was a good man, but she took the good man and made him a better man. That's what black women do. And they do this so many times. They'll take you, and if she loves you, she'll give everything to make you better. In fact, I think my wife likes shopping for me more than she does herself. But she's trying to make me better. Does that make sense? I know it's like a comparison, but through our marriage, she's uplifted me. She's, you know, been there for me when I was struggling, when I was trying to move up in my career, when I was trying to do better. Somehow she got me believing I can do things that I never thought I could. Just for her love and support and her faith in me. That's what black women do, and it's not unusual. I'm not the only one that has a great black wife. I would say I got the best wife in the world, but I'm just saying there are a lot of men married to black women that are like my wife, that have the characteristics, that pour their heart and soul in their relationship, that take the men they're with and mold them to be better. But the only problem is we got betas out there that don't realize what black women are doing. And if they would just be the man and do their part as a man, they would be better. I'm just saying. But, you know, I just want to point that out. And look, at this point in time, in today's world, it's about survival. It's about having a good marriage. It's about building a legacy, a family, a community. And we need to go for the best option. We can't be race loyal. That segregation thing we tried didn't work for nobody. It just divided us. It just breeded hate and racism. You know, we need the best option. Look, I think it's in God's plan that we come together. God wants all people to come together and love each other. That's what he wants, right? But I think it's critical that black women, white men get together and have marriages, build families together. Okay? You know, and I think we need to open up our options. We need the swirl, right? Okay, some people think swirling's a bad word. No, it's just interracial dating. Okay? You swirl to investment. Okay, I always say that. Swirl to investment. That means interracial dating to marriage. I was attracted to black women, so I interracially dated. I swirled. Then I got married. Huh? That's what we should do. Right? Swirl to investment. We got to date before we get married, right? So swirling's just interracial dating. I don't know why people say, well, I don't like the word swirling. We're all people. Yeah, we are. But that's just how people describe it. You know, I don't look at us as, we're not different races. We're not. We're different ethnicities, yes. Yeah, we got different genetics, right? Some people are dark and some are light. But we're still the same race. We're the human race. We came from the same place. We're people. There are many nations, but one race of people. We can procreate with whoever we want. We can have families whoever we want. And we should be able to do that. Just get with a person that has the character that loves you. But swirl to investment. I'm down with the swirl. When I play the swirling theme, I love hearing it. It's awesome. Team Swirl. Team Swirl's winning. Take your swirl to investment. That's what I did with my swirl. And I had the date to see who's the best option, right? Who fits the best with me. And look, you're going to date. When you open up your options, you'll date people that are great people. That on paper looks like the perfect option for you. And you look like the perfect for them, but somehow it don't work. That happens. That happens quite often. It's just you're not meant for each other. You're both good people. But that's what dating's for, to figure that out. And you know what? I did it and I'm blessed for it. I got the best wife in the world. And you know what? When I go on YouTube, I love sharing my story. I love telling you the blessings I have. I love sharing my story with my wife and family. How we made it work. And it wasn't hard. It's just two people that love each other, that will put each other above their problems. I love my wife more than our problems. So whatever problems we have will work out. because I love my wife more than our problems. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'll put the link again if you want to come up. I'll give an opportunity. But I wanted to make this video, and I've been off for a while. I apologize for the prayer meeting. I kind of, I injured my foot and didn't get back to that. I will Sunday. I took some time off YouTube to spend time with my wife, and it's been amazing. It's nice not to have to do a YouTube show, which I love doing the YouTube show. Don't get me wrong. I love doing this right now. I enjoy this. This is my passion. But sometimes I got to take a break. And we all do on YouTube. It'll get on you. You'll be riding on an emotional roller coaster. You'll be happy climbing up with views and subscriber count, and then it goes down. Then it's all, oh my God. Then it happens. So you need to take a break. But this is what I love doing. I'll be around till you don't let me be around. Guys, you hold the keys to my show's success. You do. If you get tired of me and stop watching, I go away. But as long as there's 2 people watching me, I'll still hang around. Okay? I think there's a purpose here for me. I think there's a reason for me being on YouTube. How big it's going to be, I don't know. I might have already peaked out. Who knows? It might get bigger. It might shrink. But I enjoy being here with you guys. I enjoy the friends I've made through YouTube, the relationships I've had. I just love Black women, and I love talking to you. I love seeing interracial relationships. I love hearing your stories. I love talking to Black women and white men that come together in marriage and how their marriage works. I love that. I love seeing interracial relationships out there. I love that. It makes me happy. And I tell you, I love Black women. I do. Black women, I love you. You are the best group of women on the earth. You are. And I've always felt that way. And I love when Black women do amazing things. I love when Black women, are moving up in the corporate world. I love seeing that. And I might not even know who you are, but I love it. But hey there, Nia, sorry.
Hi,
Hi, how's it going?
I'm wonderful. I just want to share that I'm so appreciative of your channel and the message that you're spreading. I'm an African woman, and I kind of fall into that group of Black women who are struggling, which I really don't like to say the word struggling, but it's a challenge to find a man that is up to par, with my accomplishments, but also really it's about kindness, generosity, character, integrity, like all these things, being thoughtful, being self-reflective. There's so many things that go into this. And I feel like when a woman is really so intentional about creating a wonderful life and becoming the kind of person that they want to be or the kind of partner that they want to be, it is a challenge now, but I really just so appreciate your message because I have opened up my options and it's been a really nice experience. Although I'm hoping to kind of get some perspective from you as to, I guess, some more strategies because, for example, with me, I'm very much involved with singing, and my hobbies are kind of more eccentric or eclectic, I guess you could say. And so I find myself with a lot of white men, but I don't know that they know that I'm interested in them, even though I'm obviously interested in the things that they're interested in. And ultimately, that would be a good match. but I just don't know if they know that I'm interested. And how do I let them know?
That's a good question. And when you say that, I always tell white men, let a black woman know your intentions. If you're interested in her, let her know it. Because that creates confusion. A lot of times, white men, we're nice to people. Okay, um, it's it's in our culture, and if you're traditional, you're just like that. I treat women nice, all women, and you know, I'm not attractive to them, but I treat them nice. And I've always been that way to women that I'm not attracted to. I treat nice, just like women I'm attracted to. I treat nice, right? And that creates confusion, I think, with black women. Um, but the women I've been attracted to, I was more engaged with the women I'm attracted to. I would have to make time to talk to the woman that I'm attracted to more so than my friends. You know what I'm saying? Um, if he's really into you, he'll spend more time talking to you than just, everybody else. It's one thing to be nice, but when you're being pursued, just for even a conversation, like they can't wait to talk to you. They can't there's little things you can pick up on. Um, do they ever ask you to, go get something to drink or have lunch or hang out or
Well, online, sure,
yeah.
but definitely in person is really what I'm asking about. Like, let's say, you're in a group, let's say we're singing together. There's sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses. The tenors
Uh-huh.
and basses are eligible, men that I might be interested in, maybe one of them or something. We're all in a group, we're all having positive interactions, we're all nice to each other, we're all polite. So then how do I gauge his interest in that
Um,
situation when we're all having a good time, we all love what we do, we're all musical, that's like those kinds of situations.
do any of them want to have? Did they talk to you outside of singing or? Um, well,
It's
I
a
guess.
new group. It's a
Oh,
very
it's a
new
new group.
group.
Okay.
So it's been probably like 2 weeks or so that we've interacted. So I don't, I suppose he hasn't had the opportunity to speak to me outside of the group, but there have been positive interactions. And that's the thing. It's like, I'm just wanting to gauge if he's interested or he's just being polite, because everyone's nice. And that's what I
Yeah.
struggle with because white men are very polite. They're
Hmm.
always sweet to me. I've never had an issue. They're always so helpful, but that doesn't mean they're interested. That's just like their socialization.
Well, you can do like when you talk to them, you look at them, you smile, um, tell them they give them a compliment, tell them looks really nice today. Um, how could and I'm trying to say, instead of just throwing yourself at them, say, hey, I'm really into you. Because women don't want to do that. They want the man to do that. A lot of white men think that black women aren't interested, even though you might be nice to them. A lot of them, I bet a number of them think they don't even have a chance with you, or it wouldn't even
That's
go
the
there.
thing. Right, exactly. It's like,
Yeah,
how do I signal that? Because personally, I feel like, okay, I'm a black woman. I'm in this environment where there's pretty much I'm the only black person here, mind
yeah,
you. So obviously, to me, that's enough for me. I'm letting you all know that I'm about that life. I'm
yeah,
here for this. This is my hobby. These are my interests that are very unlike what other black women are interested in or anything like that. To me, that's enough to signal that I'm, you know, open to other things.
yeah,
But I don't know, like, how to get that out in the open, and it's very awkward to be like, oh yeah, I date white guys,
Yeah.
It's not something that you say. So I'm kind of at a loss.
Yeah. Well, do you guys ever talk about family or anything, or brothers and sisters? Maybe that could break the ice. And I don't know, maybe because I'm trying to think, how can you have, because how can I say this? Because when they talk to you, is it just business? Like, hey, how you doing? Let's sing, and then you're done, and you go about your day, or do you
Pretty
talk
much.
about other things? I think.
There's all sorts of discussions that are had in the rehearsal and laughter
Mhm.
and all these things, jokes, but it's not a one-on-one situation. So
Oh, it's
I don't
integrated.
know how to make it one-on-one, right? And that's really for him to do. And I'm trying to figure out ways to drop the handkerchief, quote unquote, to give
Yeah.
him the signal, but I'm not comfortable with being, the aggressor or the approacher or anything like that. That's just not in my nature. So that's where I'm, because I mean, this has only been a couple of weeks that we've been acquainted. So,
Well, what you could do is you can ask them, say, you know, I don't know, you can make up a story. You say, well, there's this white guy that lives in my neighborhood, and he's, been trying to talk to me, and I've, and then ask him, what do you think about interracial relationships? I don't know this guy, but he's kind of really nice to me, and it's new. What do you think? Do you think it's okay to interracially date?
do you don't think that he might see that as like negative because of the competition?
He might, but then he might know that you're open to it too. And maybe that might force his hand if he's interested. Like, oh my God, he's going to date this other guy. I better hurry and make my move. Um, I don't know. I mean, you could talk about that stuff. Nothing wrong with it. Or you could say, hey, my sister's dating this white guy, and he treats her really nice. And I don't know.
Okay.
There's many ways you can hint. Um, but there is a barrier. You're going to have to drop the handkerchief because, unfortunately, white men don't approach like black men. They're not just going to go up to you and just hit on you. I mean, there's some that will, but it's rare, especially with black women, because a lot of white men perceive that black women don't want to be with white men, more so than black women think of white men. And the reason is because you got to look at society. You got to look at what's on TV, what we see in social media all the time. And I've seen this my whole life. I've seen where black women out there that say they don't want nothing to do with white men, it's black men only. Um, and they'll be, just forward in saying that. And we see that image. And unfortunately, some of us take that as, well, that's how black women feel about us. So, and that's just one individual. But when you see that a lot, you see a lot of pro-black women out there that express their undying love for black men only. Some of us think, wow, we don't have a shot. We don't have a chance. And that ain't true. So there's that barrier there. And, white men in the collective aren't thinking about dating black women. It's not that they won't. It's just not, it don't run across them because it's not a normal thing they do. We're still segregated, really, if you think about it. Most of their family date white women, and there's no black women there, are very little. And the ones that date out will be with Hispanic women or Asian women. They don't really see, a lot of white men I've talked to think black women just ain't interested. And I say, well, I got a black wife. Yeah, there's always that exception. They a lot of them think that, and that creates a barrier. And some of them might not make their move because they don't think they have a shot. And unfortunately, us as people, we're so afraid of rejection that we'll reject ourselves without even giving it a try. Sometimes all you got to do is try. If you were a white man, it'd be easy for me. I say, you know what? You go talk to her, you tell her what's on your mind, and you do it. But with the woman, I can't, it'd be weird to say, okay, you like the white guy, go tell him you like him. Tell him you're interested. That might seem weird. And women don't want to throw themselves at men like that. There's some women that'll do that, but
I feel like in this situation, the best thing to do is to use kind of the friends of the friends to gauge interest.
Yeah,
and maybe tell them that I'm interested, and then they can. I mean, I know, but I don't like that whole kind of through the grapevine kind of telephone situation. But I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like high school or junior high type. Hey, I like her. Can you tell her friend so she can tell her I like her, and can you let her know, that type of thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to avoid, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing the comment here, white men are simple. They ask for your number. I mean, yeah, that's great. And I'm sure that when they feel like they have a chance, they would do that. But I think the issue here is he doesn't expect that I would be interested. And I think that's what I've been noticing.
I think
they don't even realize.
I think that's a lot of the barrier. Is a lot of white men think black women aren't interested. If he's intelligent, he'll already know that black men are no competition for white men. Okay, but
sure, but that doesn't
yeah,
mean
well, if every white man thought that, there'd be a lot more movement. But yeah, but I mean, he might not be around a lot of black people. He might not know. He just sees what he sees, on TV or social media, and what other people tell him. But I would just say engage in conversation. The one you're interested into, talk to him. And you can just say, "Wow, you really sung that good solo," or what. I don't know if you guys do solos or whatever, or little compliment here and there. And if he comes in dressed half decent, you say, "Man, you look nice haircut." I mean,
yeah.
And that can be like if he says, "Okay, well, I'm not interested," or if he's stupid like that, you say, "Well, okay, I'm not either. I'm just saying you look nice." Dang, can I give you a compliment? I mean, but then again, he might say, "Oh, okay." You know what always motivated me with black women is when they were friendly to me, and just the smile and the look in their eyes. You can kind of, make eye contact and just give a compliment. You look nice. That could be a way to drop the handkerchief. And if you give them a compliment, smile at them, and you're nice to them, I mean, because most women that aren't interested in you, if they're nice to you, they'll just be nice to you. They're not going to really go out of their way to compliment you or say anything like that. They're just going, "Hey, how's it going?" Whatever. But that could be a way. Eye contact, that always motivated me. If she'd smile and look at my eyes, I was just like, oh, I always felt like I had a chance. I'm in. My confidence would skyrocket. But that's me. That I don't know. The guy you're talking about might not be like that, but that would always give me the motivation. And you know what? You develop a friendship, you talk more, he becomes more comfortable with you. And you know what? I don't know if you guys talk about dating or anything like that, but if you start talking about that, that could be a way to break the ice too.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good start. I'm gonna give it a try and see
Yeah,
what happens.
it's kind of hard to tell you what to say, when to do. I'm not an expert at dating. I'm not. I'm not a dating coach or none of that stuff. All I can do is tell you what worked for me, but this is a man's perspective. I had to go for it. I had to throw myself out there and either be accepted or rejected. And along the way, I got a number of rejections, but that's life. And for us men, if we can get past that rejection and pick ourselves up and move on, the battle's half won right there. Then we just got to find the one that's interested in us. I know it sounds simple, and it really is, but you got to deal with being embarrassed. You got to deal with rejection, and you just got to go for it. But women, it's a different thing. But just being nice to him, he's good. The more you feel comfortable with each other, if he's interested, he'll make his move sooner or later. See, and that's the thing. A lot of times with men, the women we feel more comfortable with, they're the ones we'll approach. And I guess it's just human nature. You feel comfortable. Hey, she likes me. We're friends. How about I could probably take her out? And if she's not interested, she's not going, kick me to the curb. She's probably going to be nice about it. Say, no, well, I just want to be your friend type thing. Believe it or not, men that are closer to you will approach you more than the ones that are not. Because they just feel more comfortable. And most of the time they'll approach when you're alone. Is there times you're alone with this person, or is it always in the group?
It's always in the group.
In the group,
But I
yeah.
suppose there are opportunities of spending time after this meeting, but the thing is, like, he would have to ask.
Yeah. But do you guys have here's a way you could do this. Do you guys get together as a group and hang out? Go to lunch together as a group?
No, this is like more of a
Okay.
kind of more structured hobby group. So
Oh,
it's like we
okay.
meet every week, a few hours, and then we don't see each other until the next week.
Yeah. Because I was thinking if you could like get the group to go out and have pizza or whatever, hang out. And that might be a way to open it up. And then you sit down and talk to them and say, you know what, I like talking to you. Why don't we, hang out just me and you sometime instead of with the whole group and it's noisy and loud and I like how you sing and I want to, you to help me with that. Or I don't know. I'm just some ideas.
So you're saying that if he's interested, if I were to propose with this group that everyone meet for, let's say, dinner after this meeting, like obviously if he was interested, he would make every attempt to be there. And
Yeah.
then okay, I see.
Well, it's just you're creating like a friendship circle, and you get to know each other, and that can be a way to, when you're with the group, sit with him, talk to him, and then if you get a good conversation going, say, man, you know what, we ought to get together and talk about this more often. I mean, that's I don't know. That's I'm just trying to look at it strategic without saying, "Hey, I like you, guy. You going to take me out or what?"
Right.
I was just some ideas. It's let's see. Indiana Mom says Black women need to start flirting with white men. the way they do with black men. Okay, that sounds oh yeah,
Well,
that
I don't think we need to flirt with black men because they're very much in your face. So
no,
it's
no,
kind
no,
of like,
no. No, what she's saying is black women need to flirt with white men like they flirt with black men.
right. And I'm saying that I don't think that black women really need to flirt with black men because they're very much
Yeah, no, no,
aggressive
no.
in their approach. So it's not at all the same dynamic.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So they're not really black men just approach if they're interested. Where white men are more see, and that's in our culture. We're not even within our race, we'll go a roundabout way. We'll kind of work our way in. We'll take it slow. Um, and I think that confuses black women with the dynamic. And, maybe black men you don't need to flirt with, but maybe white men you do to give them the hint without saying it. Um, maybe flirting would get you to that point. Maybe be like, wow, you know, because a lot of white men they're not thinking about dating black women, and it's not that they don't want to, it's not in the norm. Does that make sense? But if they feel they have an option, they'll go for it. Me, I'm a different animal than most white men. I was in the black women from the get-go. So that's who I pursued. Most white men that end up dating black women, most of them just date women and they happen to date a black woman and it turns out and it works out. That's the most common situation, I would say. I was deliberate in my dating, and it was black women or nothing for me. It was always that's how I was. But see, if I was interested, I got to the point I would approach, and you know,
Someone in the
but
comments said, put yourself in white spaces. This is an absolutely all white space. This is absolutely completely white. The
yeah,
space that I'm talking about right now.
yeah. So you're in the space. You got that part. You're just dropping the handkerchief. Yeah, I would just say keep talking to them, keep having that relationship. Um, and you could give them little compliments. It's nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, you look nice today," but make sure he looks nice. Don't with the dirty T-shirt. Don't say, "Oh man, you look nice." But yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'll drop off. Thank you so much.
oh, thanks for coming up. And I hope I gave you some ideas. Like I said, I'm not a dating coach, but I will try to help. I mean, just engage with them, talk to them, develop that relationship. There's a lot of times a friendship, moves into a loving relationship. That's how it goes. So if
Definitely.
you get that friendship, you're comfortable with each other, then sometimes you start flirting and then boom, he takes you to lunch and then who knows?
Yeah.
Um,
It's already a good start with shared hobbies and interests. So I'll take
yeah,
your advice and hopefully it'll go well. Thank
yeah.
you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming up. It was good talking to you.
You
And
too.
yeah, I appreciate it. And yeah, okay. Well, that was nice talking to Nia. That was nice. And like I said, guys, people ask me for advice on white men dating and why they approach or don't. All I can do is tell about myself. You know, and I know there's a barrier, but I would just say, like Indiana mom said, be in white men spaces. If you're in the white men, be where they know you're there. Okay, engage conversation, drop that handkerchief, maybe say you look nice, or just small talk. Okay, and I know men are supposed to approach, but just keep in mind you might have to flirt a little bit or drop the handkerchief more often, you might say, because there is that racial barrier. Okay. And, you know, my advice is get in that friendship circle, because once you become friends, you become more comfortable. He'll be more comfortable to talk to you. And if he's interested, it's easier to approach somebody you know that you're a friend with than somebody you don't know. Okay. Most black women throw themselves at black men, even if they get rejected or used. Be as open with white men as you are with black men. Okay. So does that mean throwing yourself at white men? I guess that would work. But I would just say friendship circles, being in, because being friends, like I said, he'll approach a friend that he's attracted to a lot more than somebody on, he don't know on the street that he's attracted to. It makes it easier. Great advice, Indiana mom. Yeah. But hey, and ladies, if you're comfortable being that way with black men, why not white men? We're just men. I mean, we find women attractive. I mean, that's in our DNA. And believe it or not, there are so many white men that would love to date black women that they find that they're beautiful, they're different. Black women, you have a unique beauty about you. You have a look like no other woman on earth has. I'm serious. You're very beautiful. And then black women, you're so feminine, elegant, and so loving. I mean, nobody can compare to you. And look, go ahead and call me a liar, but us as white men, the most successful marriages we have are with black women. So you're doing something right. Our marriages last longer with black women. So who has the most character? Who's the most educated? Who's the most nurturing? Who's the most loving? Black women, you're it. You're the best. You're the prize. Now, put yourself first. Okay? And when black women put themselves first, you'll get better options. Okay? And you'll find out that there are men that love being around you. Okay? You'll find out that, because look, when we get with black women, we don't let go. And look, when we open up our options as white men, we never go back. I've never, and I'm being honest, I've never seen a white man that dated a black woman and says, you know what, I'm done with black women. I'm going back to Becky now. I've never seen that. In fact, I've seen white men with black women that have had failed relationships, failed marriages, and still choose another black woman. It's like once they feel the love of a black woman, they don't want nothing else. I'm being honest. I haven't seen a white man that dates a black woman that says, I'm done dating black. No, it's like that's all they want to date. That's the only one they want to be with. So ladies, black women, I'm telling you, there's no woman more beautiful than you from the inside out. Physically, you're the most beautiful. You have the biggest heart. Inside, you're the most beautiful. You have the most beautiful spirit about you. You're the best. So embrace that and put yourself first. I'm going back to Becky now. No, we don't go back to Becky. Once we leave Becky, we're done. We don't go back and forth. Okay? Once we go to the black woman, we stay with the black woman. Look, the black woman got my heart at 5 years old. A black woman that was babysitting me when I was 5 years old. She gave me candy and called me big guy. And since then, it's been black women all the way. I've never looked back. I'm serious. And look, there's no, and even in my friendships, guys, I feel more comfortable around black women than any other group of women. Even just as a friendship, just as a social thing. There's something about black women that is amazing, that is beautiful. And and she can be at any age. And I see the beauty, the essence of a black woman. I'm telling you, God has opened up my eyes and shown me the true beauty of black women. And you know what? There's no other woman I love more than black women. It is what it is. And I'm telling you, and people say that's crazy, but it's not. That's just where my heart is. And like I said, I could see black women, at work or in the corporate world or just in everyday life. When I see them accomplishing awesome things, it makes me happy. It makes me feel good inside. Even though I'm a white man and don't even know these women, I feel good inside. Because the black women I've been around have been awesome to me, have, been a blessing. And I could talk all night about it. And then when I see black women being abused and taken advantage of, it upsets me. It makes me mad. It's sad. I don't like seeing it. And I'm telling you, when you look at my storybook, when I take my last breath, every page you'll see a black woman there that has blessed me along the way. And I just want to return the blessing. And I tell you, I've been in love with black women my whole life. I've even forsaken friends and family members I love dearly for the black woman. And I'll do it in a heartbeat. Because to me, black women, you're priority. You better say that. No, but I mean it. And like I said, if I don't understand why black women are treated the way they are. And I would just say, if men in your community don't treat you good, open up your options. Put yourself first. It's about you, black women. Make it about you. I know for black women, it's hard to do because you pour your love and your heart and soul into other people. You strive to make other people better. You strive to make the men in your life better. That's what you do. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a blessing. But there comes a time you got to put yourself first. Enjoy the fruits of your success, black women. You're the most educated. When you get that career and you're making, that good salary, get with a man that makes that good salary too. Or does better, or, has more wealth than you. That's the way it should be anyway. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this. I got some hats here, and I want you to tell me before I go which one you think looks best. I got 3, right? You see the black one? Okay. And then I got this brown one. And then I got a white one. Let me know which one you think looks better. The white, brown, or black? Got my hat collection going here. Which one you think looks better? I got one black. I think the black hat looks better. I don't know. I just think black. I mean, they all 3 look good. You know, someone likes the white, the black one. The white looks good too. This white one, I like this style. This is this is what you call it? This is a George Strait edition. The style of hat he wears is like this. I like that style. It's like wide and how it's down. Where this one, it's like folded up more. I mean, they both look good, but I like this style. I think I need a black one in this style. The grayish brown, that's a nice one too. I'll switch it up. What the heck? That's the fun in having different hats. Like when me and my wife go out, I'll pick a different one each time. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching my show tonight. And, I'm very grateful that you guys watch me, support me. And, I love you guys. I took a break from YouTube, spent time with my wife after my injury. And I enjoyed it a lot. But I still had the urge to come on YouTube. But it's because of you. I love doing this for you. I love talking about interracial relationships. I love talking about, interracial, the family dynamic. I love sharing that with you because that's my life. And I love talking about Black women and showing the incredible, amazing things that Black women do. And, and I love expressing my love for Black women, and I love Black women. Some people say, well, that's pandering. Well, okay. I just love saying I love Black women. So, hey, that's freedom of speech. I can say it all day and all night. We love you, Sandy. Yeah, Sandy's awesome. You know what? I figured out what Sandy means. Okay? And you know what it means? Because names mean things, right? Sandy. What Sandy means is that there is a God and he loves me. That's what Sandy means. Yeah. But anyway, let me throw my black one on. Musical hats. It's musical hat time. I think the black looks, I don't know, kind of goes with my shirt, I think. But anyway, guys, I love you guys, and I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support, and you're what makes this channel happen. Without you, I'd be talking to myself. Okay. And that's not as fun. But, as long as I can be on YouTube, I will, regardless of how big or small it gets or whatever, because I love doing it. It's my passion. Hey there, Alexander. What's going on? How's it going?
Not much. I just got finished with the live. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And and I'm sorry if I'm late. So, I need to be caught up with everything that happened.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to apologize for that. You got your show. We're busy. Look, I appreciate when you come on, and I don't get around the channels like I want to. I've there's a bunch of people I want to watch, and I just don't get to it because I'm busy. Um, I watch your show when I get time, and other people's, but sometimes I don't. A lot of times I don't even know what's going on YouTube. I get so busy and stuff, and with work and everything, and I took some time off, and it was nice. I spent time with my wife, and sometimes it's nice to not do a show. As much as I love doing YouTube, sometimes you got to take a break at anything you do, even the things you're passionate at. But but it's good to see you, Alexander. You holding up okay?
Hey, yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm still mad. I'm still, you know, I'm not mad at my mother, but I'm I uh I heard that my mother went to see a movie, you know. Well, it's a superhero movie. I heard that she went to go see it, but you know, I'm not I'm not mad at all. Uh, at least I get to, you know, go see it tomorrow. But yeah, I do believe that it's time for black women to, and for black women and white men to get together. I do think it's time because again the again, with the black femicide rate and pretty much everything that's happening, you have black men, disrespecting black women, calling black.
Yeah. It Did your audio go off? Okay, I think. Can you hear me, Alexander? I think we lost his audio. I don't know what happened. But as he was saying, the black femicide rate, yeah, that is so horrible and troubling. And I think, and I've said this, I know people get mad at me for saying this, but I think black women opening up their options will actually make the black femicide rate go down. I believe that. And I'm not saying white men can't do the same thing. And, there's white men that unalive black women. The Beta Kings make sure they find those videos to show us. They won't show black men doing it, though. They only show one sided. But, yeah. Alexander, you could come back up. I don't know what happened. I don't know if. But I'll put the link if you want to come up, or if anybody wants to come up here before I close out. Oh shoot. If anybody wants to come up, I'll put the link one more time and I'll give him a chance to come back up. I don't know why he dropped off. But his audio went off and I didn't hear him, and then he just dropped off. Sometimes on YouTube, if you ever come up on the panel and you get dropped off, just come right back. I don't ever kick nobody off the panel unless they're being, disrespectful or just saying horrible things. I gotta sneeze. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Wow. But yeah, there's a link, but I might close this. Alexander, if you hear me, hey, thanks for coming up. It's good to see you. And I don't know why we lost contact. Maybe his phone died or something. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming up today, for watching. I want to thank Nia for coming on. Oh, your internet connection? Okay. No worries. Well, thanks for coming up, Alexander. It's good to see you. Keep up the good work on your channel. We need more men, fighting for Black women, more men uplifting Black women. We need to do this. And look, and YouTube, we need to be allies in protecting Black women. There's divestment channels out there. What is it? BWE channels that uplift Black women, and you got channels like mine. I guess I'd be considered a swirling channel. I'm saying I'm an investment channel. Swirl to investment. We invest in the Black woman. But divestment channels and stuff out there, the interracial channels, we need to be allies in protecting Black women, uplifting Black women. Okay. I love the divestment channels. I support many of them, and some don't even know I support them. I love uplifting Black women. That's just what I love doing. Black women are a blessing and a treasure to our nation. And, I just love uplifting Black women. And that means Black women of different countries too, not just Black American women, but I love Black women, across the board. I've met a lot of amazing Black women from Africa, from the Caribbean, from Canada, okay, the UK. Black women are amazing all over the world. I mean, they're just a blessing from God. What can I say? But anyway, hey Alexander, welcome back, brother.
Hey, my internet connection went out. The lights went out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm using my phone. So, yeah. And yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I would say to Black women, the whole waiting for, Black men to get their stuff together, that has to stop, because if Black men are going to continue, if the majority of the Black men are going to continue to call Black women out their names, then what's the use in dating Black men for? In my opinion, Black men have taken advantage of the love that Black women have for them. That in my opinion, the Black man don't deserve the love of the Black woman. Even though I'm a Black man, and I don't say that stuff. I understand if Black women want to date outside the race. I understand that. Because, again, when you have the majority of Black men, just disrespecting black women. Again, there has to be a line in the sand in which black women say enough is enough.
Yeah.
Now the black male worshippers won't say enough is enough, but the black women who are tired of it will be the ones that will say enough is enough.
Yeah. And you're right. And we need to, like I said, we need on YouTube to have an ally. It's not about me. It's not about Alexander. It's not about angry biracial. It's it's not a. It's about black women. It really is, and we need to uplift black women. Okay, this crap of saying black women need to be held accountable. Come on, it's men that need to be held accountable, and the more men that love and respect black women is what's needed. I mean, black women have poured their heart and soul and into the community, the family, their relationships. They've done well more than they need to do. Seriously, and I think us people of different races, we're seeing the blessing. We're seeing how awesome black women are. We're seeing the beauty and the support that black women give us, that we embrace it, and we don't want to let it go. I don't know if black men have had it so good for so long they don't understand what they really have. I don't. I believe that. I think black men don't understand the beautiful blessing they have, and the women in their community, whether they live in the hood or a middle class neighborhood or in Beverly Hills. I mean, I don't think black men really realize the blessing they have in black women, and I think by the time they realize, it's going to be too late. And black women need to put themselves first and move on. They can't. This thing waiting for black love and you're 60 and it hadn't happened. That's unacceptable. We see. I showed that video of those black women looking for husbands in relationships. They were beautiful, successful black women, the top of the top. And why is it that they're not getting the best option when they're putting in the most work? They're the most beautiful inside and out. I don't understand. But I think black women need to open up their options more. I think a lot of it is black women are so loyal that they're willing to crawl through the mud to uplift the man that's there with them. And there comes a time when you got to put yourself first. But anyway.
Yep, I agree. I agree. Totally, 100%. And the funny thing is that, you still have women like the Shay Shardays and all them that were trying to bring black women back into the struggle of matrix, and also that's what black women who are tired of the struggle of have to watch out for is women who cape for black men like Shay Sharday. They have to watch out for her, and they have to watch out for the black men who would say, oh, you're a race traitor, a bed wench, and everything. They have to watch out for those.
Yeah.
And I think that at the end of the day, if black women have friends, who want to go ahead and worship at the altar of black male worship, they're gonna have to let their friends go if they're doing that.
Yeah. Exactly. Hey, I just want to say something real quick. You guys see on the screen it says "Love you guys too." That's coming from my wife. When she does a comment, it'll show Roadrunner Swirl to Investment also. And that was my wife. She's in the other room watching. So she just want to tell you guys that she loves you too. I know you guys are saying you love Sandy, and she wanted to tell you she loves you too. Um, and it means a lot to her, your kind words and stuff. And my wife always talks to me. She says, "Man, your channel's amazing. The women that come on there are amazing." And I said, "Yeah, they are. They're beautiful women. They're and look, and I appreciate your kind words. I do. I want you to know that. And I know sometimes YouTube gets crazy, but and sometimes I don't know, things are said or done that we don't agree with each other and we have falling outs. And I just want to say, that you guys are always welcome in my channel. And I don't care if you ram me through the coals and talk crap about me. I just reconciled with one lady yesterday, emailed me, and I mean, she talked crazy about me like I was crazy, said some hurtful stuff, but I'm okay with it. I'm a forgiving person, and I'll forgive you, and and would ask you to forgive me. We're people, and that was a beautiful experience. And she was like, I said these things about you. I'm like, it's water under the bridge. We get caught up in the moment, and I just want you guys to know that. The bottom line, this channel is to uplift Black women. That's the mission. Okay. Yes, promote interracial relationships and uplift Black women. That's my mission. Okay. And then talk a little bit about faith too. Okay. But I just wanted to say that. I don't care what anybody said about me. I always forgive. Now, if you tear into my wife Sandy, I can't deal with you no more. If you go in on me, it's cool. My wife, no. And I just, regardless of how people feel about each other, you don't attack people's spouses or kids. That's just uncalled for. But I just wanted to say that. But anyway, sorry. But I love you guys. I do. You mean a lot to me. And believe it or not, when people leave this platform, it does hurt me. It does. I feel sad. I feel people say I get too much attached to people on YouTube. And maybe I do. That's my personality. But I value friendship. I value relationships. I do. Okay. But anyway. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna head off the bed. Yeah, because I gotta get up in the morning to go to work. Yeah, but again, it's been a nice talking to you, and next time I promise I will not be late. Um, and I'm having an open panel on Saturday about
Okay.
If you and your supporters want to join, I made it, and it I made it so when you come on my channel, it'll be streaming on your channel as well. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you say tomorrow at 8? Is that right?
No, it will be Saturday at 11:20 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Saturday at 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be at work on that one. 'Cause I got to work Saturday. But I'll be able to listen in. I'm on light duty since I fractured my foot. They couldn't let me have too much vacation, I guess. So, but yeah, I'll have my phone there, and But hey, Alexander, you don't have to apologize for not coming up. You come when you want, or when this is. I don't want anybody to feel obligated that they have to come on my channel. I appreciate you coming on. I love having you here. You're always welcome, but don't feel like you're obligated. I mean, I want this to be a fun place, and we have a good time, have a good discussion. I don't want anybody to feel like they're obligated to be here or do something for me. I just want people to have fun here. I just enjoy the discussion. Talk about the topic, show some videos. We'll hit real live, situations we'll talk about. And before I go, I got a roasting coming up. Yeah, I got a beta king that I've got in mind. I'm fixing the roast. But I want to ask you guys, do you guys want me to do a roast on the pygmishas and mammies that are attacking Black women's spaces?
Yeah, I do.
Black women, you want me to do a show on that? The mammy and pygmisha roast hour? I'm all for that, because these women are doing more damage than good, And I'm not against the woman being pro-Black. If that's cool. But when you go in on Black women, you go in on divestment, you go in on interracial couples, that's where I have a problem. And that's the ones I'm going in on. I'm not going in on a Black woman because she's pro-Black and loves Black men. No, it's the ones that attack. Okay, so
you
want me to do a show on that?
I mean they are going to keep on doing that, and that, I mean, shoot.
Yeah,
And
they go in on us, so why not? I mean,
shoot. I mean, after the live I did about the story of Lena Bruce, they probably will go on me as well, because here's the thing. I showed that yes, you have Black men that do these crimes to Black women. Enough of the lies. I'm sick of the lies that the pygmies and the mammies be telling. I'm sick of it. And I'm a Black man that's saying I'm sick of it. And maybe that's one of the main reasons why YouTube is, is unsubscribing people from my channel, is because even the people at YouTube, they scared of the truth as well. So if you're losing subscribers, yeah, that's YouTube doing that to you.
Yeah, I've seen some weird stuff go on. It seems like with my count, when I get ready to go up a number, because I've been like at 7,100 for like ever, and it'll go from 7,100 to 7,099, and then it'll go to 199, 100, back and forth, 98, 102, 99. And it jumps back and forth. And I'm thinking, are these people subscribing and unsubscribing simultaneously? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, people subscribe and unsubscribe for, many reasons. Um, but there's some weird stuff going on. I know there's times I have a really great live and my numbers go down. Or there's been times that I fouled up a show and had things just go wrong, and it's like my numbers go up. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't know how they count, but um, but who cares? I mean, if you want to be here, be here. If you don't, that's fine. I know, no hard feelings. I mean, yeah, you'll hurt my feelings unsubscribing, but I just I like having people here and I like people being part of the platform. But but
Yeah,
weird
I hear.
things are happening. And also, does everybody get the notifications? Because I know I get people that say, I didn't know you were live last night. I didn't get the notification. Or and tonight I didn't really get to advertise tonight like I wanted to. I was busy. But I put it on my community page. But I didn't do the live setting because I just didn't have time. I had to get this in today, and I really wanted to, but I didn't want to go too late because I know on the East Coast it's almost midnight over there now.
Yeah, yeah, I think I have people telling me that they didn't get a notification when every time I go live. And
Yeah.
it's really strange to me because like on your channel, on mine, we we are a family over there,
Yeah.
and I consider this channel as a uh, I consider the people here family as well,
Yeah.
And yeah, something weird that's going on with YouTube. It's like whenever we tell the truth, it's like they will start unsubscribing people from the channel. Now, if it's someone who didn't like the message that unsubscribed, that's okay. But but the people that we talk to who who listen to the message, and it's like I think it's a trigger for people. I think
Yeah.
it's a trigger for people who want to try and debunk our messages and everything else. But at the end of the day, it, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm a go, Brent. If you are doing the roasting either on Friday or Sunday, I'll be here, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna
I
go.
got a couple roasting shows I'm going to do. I want to do a news story too in there, but I'm going to do a roasting. It'll probably be Saturday night. I think I'll do that probably about 10 o'clock Eastern time. I'm going to shoot for. I don't know if I'm going to go in this Beta King because this dude is. I mean, this dude tags me, and he's just a weirdo. Um, but I do want to do the Pick Misha roasting. Oh God, I need the. That's going to take a little bit of time. That'll probably be the next one, but I'm going to work on that. If you guys got videos, send them. I'll make it a multiple Pick Misha roast. Okay. If you see him talking about black women or calling them bed wenches and all that, Yeah, I got a few of them I'm going to go in on. Yes. So
I
and if you guys want to be part of that roasting and come up on the panel, we could roast the crap out of them. I mean, I love roasting, but like I said, I don't just roast anybody. There's a reason for it, okay? They either attacked me or the black women or divestment or, interracial relationships. But
yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I go in on the pick Mishas and the mammies because they ignore what black women go through in order to please the black man all the time. And
yeah,
as a black man myself who cares about black women, I'm not going to stand for that. So if I get a chance to roast um pick Mishas and well, I would call them black male worshippers. All of them, the pick Mishas and the mammies, they are all of them are black male worshippers because it seems like they will lie to try and cover up for black men.
yes.
So yeah, I go in on them because they ignore the issues that black women go through when it comes to relationships with black men. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and drop off. You take it easy, Bern.
All right, you too, Alexander. Good to talk to you tonight. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, guys. Yeah, we'll do a pick Misha roast. Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm getting motivated now. Maybe I'll do that one first. Yeah, guys. You know what? You see some videos that are interesting? Send them to me. I'll chop it up. We'll go in and do a roast. I'll have an open panel roast. You can roast with me if you would like, and we'll just take turns. And they go in on black women. They trash black women, and divestors. They're all you know. So hey, we can roast them too. So, but yeah, the Pick Misha roast is coming. So let me know what you think. Maybe it's Thursday. Let me see how much data I can get, how much material I can download. Because I'm gonna have to do some video, upload some videos, and go in on that. So, but anyway, uh, the Crimson Cure, yeah. Oh my God, man, talk about a pick Misha and a half there, boy. I tell you what, yeah. We'll have fun with this. But anyway, guys, ladies, gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Yeah, that does sound awesome. That, you know what? I'll start working on that. Um, I'll do a little bit of tomorrow and Saturday. So I'll see if I could put it together that quick. But if you got any videos, you see some of these pick Mishas, these mammies, these, you know, go ahead and email it to me, and I'll chop it up. I'll be looking on the internet for that stuff also. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this show. Thank you for the guests on the panel, Nia and Alexander. Thank you so much. And look, anybody that's, for interracial marriages, anybody that uplifts black women, you're a friend of mine. And hey, it's what it's all about. We need more allies, right? But anyway, have a good night. God bless you and your families. Thank you for the kind words, everybody. And both me and my wife, Sandy, are grateful for your support, for your love, for your kind words. And I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys Saturday, okay? We'll have a roasting Saturday. The Pig Misha roast, I think I'm going to push that forward. I really want to go into that. But anyway, have a good night. God bless you and your families. And I'll see you soon. Have a good night.